Hey guys, Vince here. Okay, we're going to try and make this a nice quick round review. So let's jump on into it. We can see 2,112 for the score. Not a great score, unfortunately. A lot of our premiums had pretty subpar games, but in reality, it's not a terrible score. I think we're all just very used to those very elevated scores we've had the last few weeks. We did bump down, unfortunately, 3,951 positions. Really didn't like that, but look, oh well. It happens. I'm missing a few players that people would consider must-haves. Look, we've missed them. It happens. We can work with what we've got. I'm still happy with the team, and I do believe in it to bounce back. I do think a lot of the players had down weeks this week, and that won't be a recurring trend. I do think they'll be averaging quite well throughout the year, so it'll bounce back. That's at least my faith. So, let's jump into the team. Where am I at? So we'll jump into it, down back, started off Aaron Hall with the 70. Not a great score. Honestly, North players didn't really score well at all in that game. They just got stomped, and yeah, they just weren't very good. But I still believe in Aaron Hall to be a good 112 average, so he'll pick it back up. That's fine. Short, another good game. Just doing short things. We love it. Getting a bunch of kicks. Who cares? Richmond loses. As long as he gets the SuperCoach points. Obviously, I'm a Pie supporter, but I just mean that people might see what he's doing and thinking, he's really not doing that much. But I don't care. He's getting a bunch of kicks, and he is scoring a lot of points. Dawson, the 123, the goal after the siren, mental. Obviously, not even his free, but he gets to take it because I don't even know the guy that was bloody down and out and grabbing at his shoulder. No, his neck, because he just had neck surgery, they said. Yeah. But we'll take it. He gets the goal after the siren, bounces himself up a good, I think, 17 points or so after that kick. So that was awesome. Crisp, 85. Not great. He actually picked up a lot of these points in that last quarter. He was 56 hitting into the last, and then picked up basically 30 points there. Super tilting to see us lose that game as well. Oh my goodness. To be up that much, good 5 goals. When you see Geelong stringing together that run as well, I think everyone was sweating. You could feel them coming, and it just... Unfortunate. It happens. Oh well. Hinge 91 looking awesome. Great pickup. He's really jumped up in cash too. I don't know if there's any way for me to show the cash that they gained this week. That's their predicted. That's not what we want, but that's fine. He jumped up a good, I think, 50 something K. So awesome. McCartan 61. That's fine. Good averages. Once again, bouncing up good in money. He was 160K, so he's gone 47K or so. Awesome. Kibkiss 62, bounced up a little bit. We know he's going to be a slow burn, but that's fine. DeConing, 50. Once again, not a bad score. He's going to be a slow burn too, but he's only round 2 in because of that concussion. Oh well. And then this is where sort of everything starts falling apart a bit more when we hit the midfield. I mean, yeah, that backline wasn't great with Crisp and Hall, but Hinge and McCartan, I guess Hinge had a pretty good score, and then Short and Dawson had good scores. McCartan did alright. McRae, 92, not great, but that's okay. We trust in McRae. Oh well. Miller, 76. Not a great score either. That's fine. We trust in Miller. I still believe in those two to be at least top 3 scorers by the end of the season. So, oh well. And then Neil, 105, also took our captain. So, not a great captain score, unfortunately. But when you look at my teams, there's not really much else. I mean, Short, Dawson, Dunkley down there, Caniglio. Yeah, I think Neil was the 5th highest scoring player in my team with a 105, which is pretty low. So it's not actually a bad caption option in that case. I was never going to put it on Caniglio. First time that I did put it on Dunkley and he drops the 129, but I actually didn't have a loop. I actually realized with my team I didn't have a loop, so wouldn't have mattered anyway. I had to straight see someone, and I was pretty happy to put it on Neil. Good history. Yes, they were going to send somebody to him to try and make sure I didn't go absolutely nutty, but that's okay. That's okay. Lipinski, honestly, so hard done to get that 104. I think it was 113. He got scaled down to it because he gave away those 2 free kicks in the 4th quarter. That were pretty crucial. But so rough, so unlucky. I feel like the first one, the holding the ball spills out. He hasn't even really grabbed possession of it properly, and then somebody else gets their hands in and manages to smack it away. That's happened so often. I don't know, like there's so many times you see that where a player gets it and it's hit out of somebody's hands and they don't call holding the ball. Yeah, he had somebody holding on to him and then they've managed to knock the ball out, but he barely even gained possession of it. Like, I feel like that was super rough. And then the high tackle as well, where he's literally standing there, the guy's dived to his hands and knees and basically crawled into him, and he gets the high for it. It's like, what? Like, what was he meant to do there? Like, not like he dropped on him or grabbed him or anything. The guy's just headbutted him. Like, I felt like those two goals were pretty... Look, I don't know, Pie supporters, obviously, and Lipinski's in your team, so you always get a bit of favoritism that way, but those felt like rough calls. I feel like he got a bit robbed there for those. So, yeah, 104, oh well, he's averaging well. He's starting so much off that forward half, though. I really feel that DPP coming, and he will be a forward keeper. And at the end of the day, Lipinski's someone we have in the team instead of Hewitt. So, that's the big comparison I'm looking at. How is Lipinski traveling compared to Hewitt? It's not too much of a discrepancy, so that's the good news. And he could end up a forward keeper. So even though Hewitt's going to be a keeper in the defense, I think he's actually the second highest defender scoring so far. Lipinski will be a keeper in the forward, I think. So not a huge loss. Rao 103, not bad. Yeah, not bad. I mean, they got smoked. 103 is not a bad score. And then Cardwell, that's who you're seeing in my team instead of Horn Francis. That was, last second trade I actually made, and after further thought about it, I realized I made a mistake. Sorry, just jumping back on the Lipinski thing too, because I thought about it as well. Obviously, we all know I wanted Hewitt in the team, but because I was at basketball, I did miss that start of the Richmond-Carlton game, and by the time I realized Sean Darcy was out and made all the switches, Lipinski was next best option. So, yes. Cardwell, yes. I actually should have gone Bowie. I should have done Bowie. I should have rotated Crisp into the middle with the DPP and then picked up Bowie in the back line. That would have been a much better play overall. I did actually play with that, and then I thought, no, move it back. You're going to pick Cardwell. You've thought about it. That's what you want to do. Don't overthink it. Don't ruin your trades. In reality, Bowie was going to be a better pick just because of the short-term cash generation, full stop. If he ends up with that, 63 or 4K he made on this first cash boost, and he still has that 151 in his system, so he's still at minus 41 for his break even. He drops another 9. He's going to go up another 60K again. So 120K in 2 weeks. Like, that's insane. Like, I definitely should have picked Bowie. The short-term cash generation just means that I get to upgrade to a premium earlier than expected. Meaning I could have caught back up to Hewitt, because as much as Hewitt went up 40K and maybe goes up another 30 again, that's a 70K gain. If Bowie makes the 120K gain, let's add another week. Let's just say they both go up 30 again, 150K to 100K. It's still a 50K profit, and I could have made that play, still caught Hewitt potentially, and it just would have been better overall. And I didn't think about that. I just thought, look, a lot of people went to Bowie. He went up to 17%. I think Cardwell will actually score better overall-wise. I think he'll average better for me. I think Bowie's more likely to be towards that 75-85 range. I think Cardwell's more likely to be towards that 80 to 90. So I think there's potentially a chance that Cardwell, there's more realistically, Cardwell will potentially score more points. And that's what I believed. I thought most likely he'll outscore him. So let's play with that. And he will still make the same money as Bowie, if not more, because he's going to outscore him. But then, logically thinking, it doesn't matter if he outscores him by an average of 3-4 points, because after 3 weeks, that's 12 points. But Bowie's made an extra 40K, and I've managed to make a premium upgrade a week earlier, and then my premium outscores both of them by 50 points or something. That's probably unrealistic. Let's just say 20. It already makes up for the 12 points that we would have lost. And we get to that premium earlier, and things just get rolling. And I think that just maybe would have been the play. And in hindsight, as soon as the game sort of started, I sort of just started thinking about it more, because I didn't want to overthink it. I was really trying to block it out of my mind. And then I was like, no, I should have actually made that play. I should have flipped Crisp, moved in Bowie, but we've got Cardwell. And look, overall, as I said, that's only if I was going to make a very quick upgrade or an earlier upgrade. I think that would have been the correct play. But technically, if I keep them for a longer period of time, I do think Cardwell will outscore him, and he should make the same cash. So it's not going to be the biggest loss overall that I didn't do that. It just means that I could have really pushed for a that power play, that earlier upgrade, that more aggressive move to help push me up the rankings, which I think you want to be doing if you want to be winning. And yeah, unfortunately I didn't make that play, but look, that's fine. We live, we learn. Moving forward, we'll try and avoid that mistake again. And I'm still happy with Caldwell as a pick, so it's fine. Things will go well. I believe in them. I believe in the team we have here. I'm very happy with what I'm looking at. Barry, he got his 83. He only went up like 23k or something. I don't know. I think he was like 168, so maybe went up like 30k. That's fine. He'll still make money. No problem with Barry. He needs to make it faster though, because I don't trust him to stay on the park. I gotta be honest, I don't trust him. Dacos 91, awesome. Classic rookie, up, down, up, down. Still made some great money. Stevens, awful game. Kind of killed his cash gen for the next few rounds, unfortunately, but that's okay. He'll pick it back up, and even if he's a slow burn, worst case scenario, that's fine. He's a good enough player that he hopefully should be holding his position. He played pretty poorly and didn't really do much though, so there's a good chance he definitely could lose that position, and that would really suck. But hopefully we can just trust in him holding it and having a bounce back game next week. Ward, yeah, 54, sweet. Starting to be a bit more consistent, getting around that mark, and everyone believes in him to have a big game in him to really spike that cash gen, so I hope that's coming. McDonald, 51, awesome. They're doing it. Wood will be a bit more of a slow burn than McDonald, just because he had that, 73k, 63k, elevated price on him. Rux, oh man, this really hurt me. It really hurt me, and it's really starting to hurt me. So Grundy, whatever, everyone has Grundy, that's fine. But Marshall's 58. Obviously we talked about it. We would have preferred to go English if we knew Darcy wasn't playing, but we didn't. And then I made the decision to go Wits. Sorry, to not go Wits, because I didn't trust his durability. And I wanted to think Ryder was maybe further out than he was, so Marshall could keep his score up. But then I think Hayes played a factor in anyway, so it kind of stopped it. It's not great. It's not great, and he's looking like an issue. I'm just wondering if I'm going to need to be holding him. Man. I'm going to have to hold him, I think. I think that's the only correct play to make here. Tank the loss, flip him at the buys in a worst case scenario, and just accept it. I don't know, maybe if he has another poor performance I have to get rid of him. No, I think if I'm going to get rid of him, I have to do it now. Yeah, Marshall's definitely someone on the chopping block, and big decision to be made there. So yeah, Dixon came in, played, you guys can't see it, but he scored the 61. Awesome. He'll actually make some good cash for us if he can keep playing. So yeah. Dunkley, 129, awesome. Keep it up. Butters, really big down game from the 58. That's not a big deal. It doesn't really matter about the cash gen with Butters because he's going to be a keeper for us regardless, so we don't care how much he fluctuates in price. And look, he is young enough and susceptible enough to tags that this will happen. He will have those up and down games, but what we're betting on is him having those more consistently up games, that when he has those few down games, not the end of the world. Caniglio, 149. No need to talk about that. Fantastic. He's always been great against Gold Coast. That's where he scored his 103. Actually could have been a VC option, but I was never taking the risk there, especially considering I had to play with a straight C anyway because everyone got named. It was never happening. Will Brody, 90. Awesome. Doing Will Brody things. Looking good. Making us cash. Cherry, 81. Once again, a terrible North game, but 81, I guess, not bad. I guess we'll take it. Nick Martin, 71. Awesome. Gonna make us some good cash. He'll get his price rise next week. Not looking bad overall. Jack Hayes, 57. I think he still holds his spot in the team. He wasn't bad, and they beat Richmond, so yeah, he'll make us some good money. And yeah, he just went up, what, 85k there, so that's a big bounce for us. And if he can, even if it turns into a slow burn from here, that's fine. That's fine. Durden came back with a 73. Awesome. I picked Durden because I really believed in what he was doing. I really liked what he was doing, but he is playing not a great Supercoach friendly role, so he will have those really bad down games, but I do believe in him to have a more consistent up than those down games, and that's why we picked him, even with that slightly elevated price. So that's the team overall. Look, we only used the 2 trades last week. The only correction I'm looking at is potentially Marshall. I don't know what to do there. If I was to move out Marshall, I don't even know who I'd bring in at this point. I don't want to bring anyone in. Like, I don't want to move out Marshall and hold Where did I move him to? Ting English, I think, has gone up way too much in price after that. So what English is... Yeah, English is actually out of range for price now. He's gone. So English is gone. He's gone. We missed him. God, if I decided to use my boost last week and flip him, could have made an extra 100 points, but that's alright. That's alright. I wanted to stay strong with it. Got to accept the misplays when they happen. Hopefully we can... All we can pray for is Marshall to bounce back. Hopefully it bounces back. So yeah, well, there's no trades happening. We leave it how it is. We get a few more price rises, and then we'll worry about trading soon. We'll use the boost to make the power trades. And yeah, maybe just hold Marshall to flip him at the buys. That's sort of what I'm hoping for. Yeah, so 3 rounds down, round 4. So 2 more rounds until we get these DPPs on the extra players. Hopefully we can get it on Pat Lip. I don't really care about flipping him down to the forward, though, just yet. That's only relevant later on, but it'd be nice to have the DPP there. It'd be nice to have the DPP on Dacos. McCartan's not doing too bad back there, though, and I don't even know if I'd rather filled any of these rookies over McCartan. He's definitely scoring much better, so might just keep Dacos there anyway. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it all moves, guys. So finally we'll go over our captain option. Look... I mean, yeah, lucky for all those people last week that got Oliver. Obviously, he bounced back with a massive game, and his first 2 games weren't even that bad. So he's come back to, I think, 8th overall in scoring points, which is pretty good. And if you had him as captain for the, or vice captain for the 143 drop this week, awesome. You banked an extra 38 points on the rest of us with Neil as captain. Yeah, captain this week's hard. I'm not really too sure where to go. How has Neil's history been against Geelong? Let's check it out. 75, 80. Oh my god, even in his... So that was his bad year last year, and then his good year he had a 1. Bad year last year, good year had an okay score. Bad year, and then good scoring. So in his good year, he... Oh, that's just Geelong. Sorry, what am I looking at? Why am I looking at the other teams? Sorry, being stupid. Yeah, I'm not going to trust Neil on that. Assuming I even have a VC, I think everyone's going to play unless Stevens was to lose his spot. I can't think of anyone that's missing games because of concussion or anything like that, so... Yeah, I think I've got to go for a straight C, which also sucks. I don't mind Grundy into West Coast. We should pump West Coast. Lipinski, have another good game too. Let's just roll the dice. I don't know if that's it, honestly. I think the safest thing is just McRae into Tigers. Bank a nice good score. And then you could also go Miller into... Miller into Carlton. What's his history been against them? Yeah, pretty good history, honestly, so could be good. Carlton's much better this year, though. What's McRae looking at into Tigers? Actually not the greatest scores overall. Man, either way, it's super annoying. I think Miller's the safest option here, and we just... accept that was a down week. He took a bit of a tag. Maybe he takes a bit of pressure against Carlton. Maybe Hewitt goes to him. Maybe Ed Kerno goes towards him. I don't know. I feel really... I hate going for a straight C. Okay, I know. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. That's how it is. Safest options. We're just VC, McRae, C, Miller. Nice and safe. I think, yes, Grundy could potentially be an option here. But these are way too safe. We just play these. You just play these. Assuming you even have a loophole to play these, you might not like what I'm probably not going to have. So you just end up with the straight Miller C isn't a bad option. I guess the other one is maybe Steele into Hawthorn might not be bad. I can't think who you'd go Adelaide into Essendon because they've been leaking points like crazy. Boak's obviously been on fire. Yeah, we're just talking about these players that are going nuts right now here. Neil number 1, but Boak, my god, like, who's going to pick, like, the 35-year-old man you think's coming towards the end of his career, going to be rotating out to give these kids more mid-time, to be pumping out an average of 146 after the first 3 rounds? I don't know what happened. Boak just gets better with age. Like, is that just a fact? Like, only player known in history to literally just improve with age. Like, he's going to be 40 and be the best player in the comp by far. Is that what's happening here? Like, I don't... Whatever. Enough shit talk. Cripps actually into Gold Coast would be really nice if you're running Cripps, I think. I think that's a good one to go for now that we think about it. yeah, so that's it, guys. That's the team. That's the options. Not really too much happening right now because we're not really doing any trading or anything. But look, I have faith in the team going forward. I think we'll be fine. It sucks that we dropped some rankings this week. It sucks we lost a lot of our league games. Don't really care too much about them, but whatever. I believe in the team. And I think that we've picked some good keepers. We have some good rookies. We will come back. Yes, we're betting against right now Hewitt and Cripps, which feels so bad to be betting against, and so many people have them and they're doing so well. But we just gotta have faith in who we have. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. Peace. Later. Love yous.